At Velvet Hammer 56 you have Frosty Tools enabled, but action is required. You need to visit your dashboard to trigger a reconnection to your Twitch account. It just takes a few seconds. Head to frostytools.com/dashboard.
Metal clashes under moonlight scene. Knights in shine are feeling mean. Gleaming swords and heavy stride. Two clans fight, no place to hide. Fight night under neon skies. Armor gleams and battle cries. Blood and sweat, no compromise. Warriors clash, the legend flies. Midnight roars, they draw their blade. In this fight, no backing fade. Clashing titans in the fog. Victory's path, the only song. Fight night under neon skies. Armor gleams and battle cries. Blood and sweat, no compromise. Warriors clash, the legend flies. Echoes of a valor tale. Every strike, dense chainmail. Banner high knights never pale. Shadows dark, but they prevail. Brothers clad in steel so tight. Battle rage, no end in sight. Honor calls in brutal night. Warriors rise to take the fight.
Let's go. Saturday night fights.
What's up, Reapeth? Welcome. Yeah, I'm not. It was sort of last minute, so I don't even know exactly how many people are playing. Hopefully, it's going to be like as close to a 20v20 as possible. Stand by, please.
Echoes of a valor tale. Every strike, dense chainmail. Banner high knights never pale. Shadows dark, but they prevail. Brothers clad in steel so tight. Battle rage, no end in sight. Honor calls in brutal night. Warriors rise to take the fight. Knights in armor shining, clashing supernova. Sword swinging, clashing, nightfall to the rover. Clans with banners high, sky fills with their roars. Blood rush, heartbeat, battles calling more. Axes split the wind, shields holding strong. Charging to the fray, all night long. Feet pound the dirt, echoes in the mist. Rumbles of the earth, nothing to resist. Fight night, warriors in, take a breath. Clans going wild,
Dude, he dances like one of those people from Louisiana. Balrog doing the what do you call it? I don't even know what it's called. He's doing the stanky leg.
Light blazes, reflections on the steel. War cries ring out this nightly ordeal. Chains clanking, full force power strike. Vengeance in their eyes, knights ready to bite. Catapults flinging, fire in the sky. Armies clash, yo, swords the reply. Kings and queens in the thrones they observe. Brave hearts stand tall, edge they got a curve. Fight night.
Well, welcome to a special edition of Saturday Night Fights. Tonight we have PAX versus CK. I'm trying to get the information from Immense around what is the expected turnout and what maps, but you can see CK definitely showing up in force, but we do have some PAX members as well, so happy to see PAX trying to put together a competitive team. We saw them, I think, a couple months ago, but haven't seen them in action since. I believe it was these two teams faced each other specifically, right? So, welcome, T-Bone. So we're gonna see here. Just we're supposed to start around 8, but obviously we're a little bit behind. So probably just waiting for people to get in the server. So stand by. Start taking a look at some of the competitors. We have Sergeant Smuckatelli, fresh from the front lines. The Sarge taking a little bit of R&R and decided to get some finest livery he could afford with his soldier's wages, but looking pretty good. I like the kind of simple white and gray look. I think it's timeless. It's timeless from a fashion perspective. Never goes out of style. PAX Rasta Mouse. Wow, he looks like some sort of crazy deer mouse. So getting his dual practice in here. I got a number of these things.
Knights in armor shining, clashing supernova, sword swinging.
17 holding court. Who's he going to challenge? Looking pretty sharp in that Argon character. Definitely has the drip. Doing a little bit of battle with someone. I don't know. This guy looks like he's just dodging and weaving. Oh, with the kick. Oh, God. 17. Just not. No mercy against Nildane. Schlicky Bobby. Looking really schlicky. I like that. He's got a really strong mustache. Strong. I don't know. Maybe swinging axes is what gave you that scar, though, Bobby. You might want to be careful. Cancer of PAX. Okay. Okay. Rocking the festive Halloween gear with the purple and yellow. I like the Halloween look with the bloody executioner axe. It's pretty festive. It's pretty festive. When death is your trade, your tools have to be worth their salt. Balrog has finally made it off the tree. I don't even know what he's doing. He's pulling all sorts of maces out of his keister. I don't know. I'm impressed. Thunderthroat. Damn. It's like Taserface. Tell him Thunderthroat sent you. Looking pretty good here, though. I think, I don't know, are they rocking the same uniforms? Because we had someone else in that same gear. Yep, Schmuckatelli. So Schmuckatelli and Thunderthroat, maybe they're trying to coordinate their outfits, or it could be that awkward thing when two people show up at the party with the same outfit on. You know what I mean? It's like fashion faux pas, but whatever. Stackhouse, PAX Stackhouse, gonna do a little hatchet duel. Oh man, he's looking like a Trojan. TTTROJJJAN. Also, well, you know what? I don't think they're a sponsor today, so we're not gonna rock them. CK Soap. Ooh, I like the green on green. Decides to celebrate harvest season with that Tenosian melon, really matching his outfit very nicely with his bulbous head. Oh God, looks good even in death. I think that red blood goes pretty well. Welcome in Chaos. Welcome in John Wick. NJ. Yes, NJ with the popcorn emote. Get your drinks. Get your snacks. As we have some of these members continue to pour into the server, we have about, 28. Does that count us? I mean, I hope we get like a few more here. I hope we're getting a few more. See if Immense has answered me. Okay, we're gonna try this one. Okay, still a little bit of radio silence here on Discord, so we're gonna see who else is rocking some drip. I feel like we've seen some of the same people here. Okay, CK Shart. Now that is interesting. Looking like he is.
Now I can watch Chip while I chip.
Hey, Meowie, what up? Welcome. Yes, Meowie. And Meowie, when is the event that you and JWP are having? Is that next Thursday? I'm hoping I can cast that if it's good. I mean, I sign up as tentative just to remember. So yeah, I think that might be the next one. I don't know if there's another match before then, but hopefully with League Wars now completing, we'll have some more clan versus clan action on Friday night. Oh, when is the draft? I'll try to tune in for sure. So this is an Equilibrium event, is that true? And you all are going to do interclan drafts. Snake draft, I believe. CK Krita looking really good. Oh, what the heck, sorry. Not Shroud on TV. Okay, on TTV, got it. So this is the second Shroud. He wants to make sure nobody confuses him with the Twitch streamer Shroud. Sir, your wish is granted. We will not confuse you with Shroud.
JWP is available. Anyone can sign up. Instead of Snake, we're gonna just go back and forth.
Well, isn't that the same thing when two people? Or Snake would mean it'd be 2-2, 2-2, 2-2. That's kind of the same thing. Tumor of packs and cancer of packs. Oh my God. Wait. I think I'm seeing the theme. So perhaps, okay, CK Sanctus. What is that? Oh my God. Well played, sir. Well played. You would expect nothing less from a. Oh, okay. Maybe you might be technically right. I don't know. No, okay, back and forth makes sense. That makes sense. MJ Holy Armor. Detective Rectal. I could guess who that is, but you know what? I don't want to blow them up. 17, once again going against the Melon Man soap. Okay. What about this one? It's called the Chivalry Chronicles, if I can say it. It's the Chronic. What calls the chivalry? Ooh. Still clashing in a game called Chivalry. Fight for honor, it's the code of history. Blades slicing air sharp and quick. War cries echo in a land so slick. Omek looking like Malric. Every swing laced with courage and fierce. Get ready to watch the show, my friend. 10 people. Jesus. We're gonna call this a lightweight event. What is going on here? 26 versus. Dude, these guys need some mercs, bruh. Oh my god, that was actually pretty sick. Mel. Pax Mel, I mean, he's a solid player. I don't know if he can take on Mel. You take 16 extra. 1v16, everyone else is duel. Patrick, a friend of the stream. Whoa! Patrick, what the hell kind of wizardry was that? This dude, what in the world? What did I just see? Pax Tax. Oh! Tax. Cancer. Tumor. I mean, these guys are like the 4 horsemen of the Pax Apocalypse. Shivering Cow. Are those cow horns? Oh, I kind of like them. Well, I hope this isn't unexciting, but we're gonna see her. Right now, it looks like they could do a inter-clan 14v14. I don't know. It's too bad. It's too bad. We'll call it a lightweight battle if it goes like that. We're gonna have weight classes based on how many people you have on team objective. Stompin'. Stompin's my friend, but I don't have any clue who that is. We'll be changing their name, bro. Dude, AI made a high quality silver too. Okay. Yeah. No, let's play this one. Oh, I had it on repeat. So we're just gonna see what's happening here. I don't know. I think it would have been worth them maybe picking up some mercs. Okay, so still no word what the plan will be.
I'm in a tree.
You made it into the tree? Oh my god, damn, I should have followed you. That is impressive. Oh my gosh, look at who is that? Revenge. So it's what is it? Some sort of like man-at-arms glitch on the ramp. Oh! Damn, that was fucked up. You got knocked the fuck out. Oh no, thing's gone now. Damn, so 2 people made it up here. Balrog was up there before, but I don't think he made it quite as high. Yeah,
Looking like a bunch of vultures.
Yes. Whoa! Dang, alright. We have a new event in Chivalry 2.
After tonight, we'll have a
Well, let's see what happens here. Oh, here we go. Whoa, there he goes. There he goes. Oh, we followed that. That was an action shot. Yeah, go grab 5 mercs. I like that. I like that plan.
Victory whispers, yet none are crowned. In the dust, they stand.
At Patrick isn't giving me Vietnam flashbacks.
Step up. Dang. Yeah, dang. Everyone's watching UFC. Just, oh my god, really? Yeah, I want to watch UFC too. So can we get this thing started and we can all watch it together?
Fight your demons step.
All right, I'm gonna pause this song. It's like loud. I don't really hear that. All right, so we're gonna see what is happening. Nobody knows. You're trying to get PAX to recruit some mercenaries of some sort. I think we've previewed everyone's outfits. Not sure who else we've missed. Alaric, okay. A Tenosian inspired what do you call it? Man in the Iron Mask? Oh, is that DiCaprio under there? All right, this guy, I don't know what he's looking at. He might be blind. Oh, okay, he's looking at that dude. Oh, okay. He missed because he's got something over his eye. All right, so yeah, hold on 1 second.
They were called the Immortals in 300 or something. Think asterisk.
Oh, the Immortals, yeah.
Fight, no place to hide. Fight night under neon skies. Armor gleams and battle cries. Blood and sweat, no compromise. Warriors clash, the legend flies. Midnight roars, they draw their blade. In this fight, no back can fade. Clashing titans in the fog. Victory's path, the only slog. Fight night under neon skies. Armor gleams and battle cries. Blood and sweat, no compromise.
At Patrick isn't I need to learn tree jump, then I can die in peace.
Echoes of a valor tale. Every strike, dense chainmail. Banner high nights never pale.
All right, so I guess we're gonna do something.
Brothers clad in steel so tight. Battle rage, no end in sight. Honor calls in brutal night. Warriors rise to take the fight.
Escape from coma. It's time!
That's right, it's time. It looks like we're going to be doing Escape from Fallmire. This is a lightweight event. It looks like CK trying to just even up the teams. I need to drop out of here so that they know what's happening. So let's see here. Now we are going to have... It's like maybe a 15 on 15. So, okay, so lightweight bouts between CK and PAX CK. Immediately, I think we're going to see, some similar strats when you have this lower number than what you do larger, although really the team fights are really going to make they're going to be a lot more significant. So every death matters. So the team that I think is able to cycle out and keep their players healed is the one that's going to have more of the success. Right now, CK doing a good job pushing back the initial rush by Pax. We're going to see now as Pax counterattack, CK has pushed out a little bit far, so maybe somewhat easy for one of these Pax attackers to kind of find a way through. So far, though, CK doing a very good job. We even have someone dancing, whoever that was. Revenge. Dancing on the graves of his future enemies, future victims. So nice move there by, who is that? Not Shroud on TV. To get by and do some damage to that last cart, but quickly brought down by about 4 CK defenders. We're going to see if we can't follow someone here in the heat of the action. Jambo recharging his bandage. You can see there in the back, another attacker briefly made it through. That was either Larsa or Tumor of Pax, but eventually struck down before he could do any damage. So CK now rotating back. A lot of their warriors bloodied up. They're going to have to try to heal. They have reestablished control of this bandage cart, which is a strategic advantage. 17, though, not seeing the flank coming around as he tried to heal up. Pax now counterattacking on the bandage cart. You can see CK rotating to take control. I don't know if that's going to leave their defenses too thin, as we see Schlicky Bobby schlicking on through, doing some damage to that cart. He is eventually decapitated, but not after getting 2 solid hits with that battle axe. So nice job taking advantage of that over-rotation by CK. Now you can see Pax and friends have figured out that right side seems to be a little bit open. And if they go wide, they're able to actually get some hits on the wagon. So just as I say that, who is that? Schlicky? Is that Bobby again? I think that was Schlicky Bobby trying the other side. Doesn't do any damage, but got very close. So CK now has reestablished a wide defensive net, and you can see they are doing a good job picking up the Pax attackers that are trying to sneak through to do the objective. So right now the main battle seems to be right in the middle. This is going to be, looks like Pax trying to group up, see if they can't get some picks off of the defense, maybe get some numbers advantage. Schlicky Bobby continues to sneak through, able to get a hit again with that battle axe, is taken down, but that does enough to distract the defense so that a group of about 5 Pax attackers are able to secure the remainder of hits on that cart, and we are off to the next objective. So well done by Pax and friends to take that third objective, being patient and eventually using the advantage that really one attacker, the fact that he can take the attention away of 2 or 3 defenders, makes it a numbers game in favor of the attackers when trying to sneak people through. So this might be a little bit more difficult. It might be a little bit harder to sneak a petard through. It does look like Pax immediately opting for the right side petard rush. Thinking better of it, though, as CK rotates over to defend the bridge. Choosing to take the fight past the bridge into the area here. You can see now that Pax's second wave of barrel carriers trying to use the tree. CK17 doing a great job clogging up that lane, preventing them from being able to do the water wheel strat. So nice job by 17 there. as CK has managed to kind of clean up this push here initially. We're going to go take a look, see what's happening on the left side from the attacker perspective. I don't think Pax Tax saw that he had some flankers coming around him. So good job by CK. Pax rotating which direction they send their petard carriers in. Now they do have a little bit of momentum as they've gotten through the vanguard there, knocking down the initial defender. Great job, though, by the defense to knock away the petards. One of them actually fell off the bridge. 17 jumping with that two-handed spear to knock away that petard just as the carrier was getting to the gate. So CK bending but not breaking on the right side gate. Nice job picking up the counterattack and essentially wiping the right side. You can see there's still 3 petards in scoring position on the right side, 1 on the left. So we're going to see what Pax chooses to do as we see them still spawning. I don't know how long it takes actually for them to despawn. So we're going to try to take advantage. Looks like they're opting. One of them went up the middle. Who is that? Oh, he fell over. That was Larcer trying to push up the middle. Larcer playing for Pax. So definitely Pax getting a really valuable warrior in that trade as they even the teams. But he is struck down by his teammates. Nice push there by some of the Tumor of Pax, trying to follow that initial push by, who is this, Cryptid Anomaly. But right before, again, CK doing a great job knocking out the petard out of the carrier's hand right before it gets to the door. So now 4 petards in scoring position on the left side. I think CK has the numbers advantage. We're going to zoom over here to the other side. 1 petard here, 2 petard now. Nice run here. Oh, wow, what a defensive play by Balrog as he knocks Mel into the drink. You can see now Pax trying the old petard rush throw. They're doing a good job. It looks like we now have a couple of petards in scoring position. Schmuckatelli trying to do some damage, trying to clear some space. He's really taken out 3 of the CK defenders. Eventually goes down, but creates some space for Schlicky Bobby, who falls down dead, but he successfully plants the first petard on the right side. Well done, Schlicky Bobby. Pax now posing a real threat to CK as they have a handful, looks like about 5 or 6 petards on the right side in scoring position. It looks like the left side might be a little bit of a battle, but I don't see any danger. So all in is Pax on this right side. Doing a good job trying to push. Nice push here by Shivering Cow. Some of the CK Mercs doing a good job kind of creating some space. 17 doing his best, trying to keep the barrel out of the hands of Shilky Bobby, but great job, Rasta Mouse, coming in while the CK defenders were trying to keep that petard out of the gate. Well done. We are on to the next objective. Good job by Pax and company as they take out the right side of the gate with that second petard. So tough ask for the defense when you're only playing with these numbers. Looks like we do have a couple of reinforcements that have arrived. They may want to sort out the teams. We're up to potentially 17 v 17 here, I think. But so far, Pax now looks like maybe some of those mercs saying, you know what, I'm now loyal to this team for this game. So we're going to see here who opts to switch back, if anyone. They might smell the blood in the water. Nice run here by Rasta Mouse. Fresh off of taking that second objective, petard does some damage. The VIP today is Ernul. I've never heard of Ernul, so Torn Banner coming up with more nonsensical names. But Ernul is the VIP prisoner. But it looks like, who is that? Larcer coming in as the engineer. I don't think he did any damage, because that, I think, would have been trouble for that cage had he actually struck it. The engineer weapons doing so much damage. So now CK establishing a perimeter around. Oh no! Schlicky Bobby once again slips through. He Schlicky Bobby's his way through once again. Well done, Bobby. Does a little bit of damage to that cage. So I was just about to say I thought CK had established a perimeter on this VIP cage, but just then Schlicky Bobby really focused on the objective here. So I don't know. CK now maybe needs to pick up here as Pax gets a little bit of momentum from this right side. You can see Rasta Mouse, a few others pushing their way through. I think it was Smiled maybe. I don't know. They were struck down though. Nice push. Uh-oh, they did not see Larser sneak through. Did he do it? He sure did. He did the spike trap. Engineer play of professionals. If you're a professional engineer, you know that. So Larser definitely pulling a fast one on his CK comrades as he manages to free Ernul. And I'm wondering now what cage is even left here. So it must be a cage on this side. Am I blind? Or did... Oh, no. You know what? Here we go. I didn't even see this guy. Stefano is now the most important peasant in the land. As far as the Mason Order is concerned, they need to keep him in that cage. Although 6 minutes is a tough ask. They're really going to have to stay focused. Oh, I was going to say, don't let anyone sneak through. Nice job there by Cryptid Anomaly to actually do some damage. Again, I think that's once again, who is that? That's got to be, oh, that was Rasta Mouse. So Rasta Mouse also very focused. You can see it's the same sort of handful of players. Looks like they have about 4 or 5 dedicated objective players. I don't know how many they have. I think CK had to give them some, so they're trying to sort the teams here. So I think PAX was able to produce about 10, unfortunately. So this is still, though, actually a really good battle as they've managed to keep the momentum going on the attack side. Nice job by Shivering Cow to free. Oh, you know what? You were free for a second, my friend. Dang, what is that? Damn, his throat was ripped open. That was brutal. So we're going to see some of the Masons immediately try to suicide. I think you could probably get away with it with a 15 on 15. I do believe, personally speaking, that on the larger number games, it really gives too much space here. As you can see, Blue pretty much has their way to kind of just advance to the second objective. Although with 15, you can see there wasn't too many numbers, so even though the front line has made it to the second point, it's only, looks like pretty much, who is that? Rasta Mouse, I think. And it looks like Pax now opting to kind of group up here at the choke point between the objectives. Looks like their initial push is on their left side from the attacker perspective. Detective Rectum. Ouch. Using that large maul. So nice job by CK to sort of pick up that initial push. They really are, though, going to have to get some banners, I think, to keep them alive. I think just the way the spawns work, if they take too many deaths, it's going to be difficult for them to get their reinforcements to the objective if they suddenly face a very large numbers deficit. So right now, though, Pax spreading out just past the choke point as they choose how to enter the second objective. Looks like primarily push from left to right. Very nice textbook flank, forcing the front line of CK to fall back. You can see Stompin doing his best to stay alive and perhaps reassert a little bit of control of that left side. But at this point, just doing his best to stay alive. Does get knocked off the bridge, and I do think that is going to be enough time for Pax to control the second objective. Yes, we are on to the gates. which really, as we all know, is just a very short segue to the real objective, where the attackers are going to try and save Thorn, release him from the cage. Larcer needing a pickup here. Finally gets a little bit of help. So the attackers do have a very slight numbers advantage. I don't think it's too much, but I think every person may count when it comes to this map, especially if they are able to free Thorn here. So it's like Krita trying to. This is still the first map. I would say if anyone else wants to join, I think Pax had a little bit of trouble getting people. So you can see there's some CK people on both sides. But anyway, Sheets, welcome in. So it does look like we are on to the champion objective. 17 opting to play close defense on that left side crank from the defensive perspective. Initial pressure by Smiled and Mel on this left side here from the attacker perspective as they take out that left side. Nice rotation by a few of the CK defenders here. Who's that? Balrog stomping, a few others doing a good job. Soap doing a good job to undo any of the damage, although it might just be too much ground to cover. Not sure what that guy was doing, but okay. He is able to momentarily crank the crank, but good job by CK to rotate over. Already 50%, I think, that's pretty significant, but if CK can establish a little bit of control here, you're going to see that quickly go back down to 0. But they're going to have to really try to keep Pax from getting some of these random objective cranks. Here we go. Cryptid Anomaly trying to push up the main flank. You have Schlicky Bobby trying to be sneaky and sneak to the left side here along with Smiled. It does look like... No, I thought for a second they might have pulled the objective, but no. It still is slowly going down to the defense's favor here. Pax now looking like they're going to push the right side. You have some cover being given by Stackhouse, trying to thin out a little bit of the defense, trying to buy some space for... I was decreasing this. For the rest of his attacking teammates. Shart looks like he's trying to pressure that left side. He does get taken out here by... Wow, these CK defenders doing a really great job. I can't even get to the player's name before they're struck down. So really nice job by CK to keep up the pressure. They're thinning out the attackers. And I think that's key. You have to really kill attackers, right? You can't just injure them. I think you really want to sort of focus your fire to take them out quickly so that you retain the numbers advantage, because it's so critical here. This is, unlike other points where you need a certain number of people on the point to take the objective, this is really more about being able to protect a wide area of space here, right? So I think it's important for the defenders to always have just enough defenders to be able to rotate without exposing their flank here. So nice job by Stompin to kind of prevent that press by that engineer, who now looks like he's good. That was Mel. Does get taken out by an aggressive CK defense. So yes, you can see as soon as... Oh wait, I might have spoke too soon. Does look... Okay, yeah, so Pax Tax almost making me eat my words, as it looked like they didn't finish him off momentarily. I thought he might sneak through and take one of those cranks. But CK keeping a disciplined defense. You can see that murder ball really focusing on taking down some of the Pax attackers very, very quickly. But you still have the reinforcements that are dedicated here to playing defense to the objective. So just like you saw there, about 4 or 5 rotating in, perfect timing to kind of undo the crank and retain control for the defense of this whole area. So great job with 2 minutes 38 seconds though. CK really locking in here, and this is probably the defense's best chance to win this in most cases. I mean, they do have other options, but if you can really mount a strong defense like you're doing here and keep that numbers advantage, I mean, we've definitely seen this map end on this stage before. So interesting and impressive that it's happening at this lower 17v16. I do think the attackers might actually have one more player, so that is actually even more impressive by the defense. I don't want to speak too soon, though. Here, plenty of time left. Nice job, though, by Not Shroud and Stompin' to really clean up what I thought was going to be a dangerous attack there. For a minute, it looked like Pax had numbers on the left side. Now focusing on the right side. So even when they do have the numbers advantage, those CK defenders doing a good job either staying alive or in some cases really quickly launching a counterattack. Schlicky Bobby does manage to sneak in on the left side, is able to start that crank, but you can see that vicious CK rotation very, very quickly hitting the attacker from all sides, and they're able to reestablish control of that crank. So 1 minute and 13 seconds. Pax is really going to have to group up here, decide, what side are they going to take. Can they create a perimeter and then create a numbers advantage? But CK really fighting as furiously as I've ever seen them, perhaps because not only is this a competitive match, but when you have some of your teammates on the other side, you're playing for bragging rights, right? So I think you definitely can see the motivation. Soap looking like he needs a good flogging. I don't know if he had the bug where once you get on that thing, you can't get off, if you know what I mean. But he does manage to get off one way or another. Now, right as 30 seconds, that timer, Cryptid Anomaly able to sneak through, activates 2 of the cranks, but just as we've seen for this entire phase, CK doing an outstanding job, rotating and very, very quickly killing the attackers. I mean, I think that is what's happening. Soap once again deciding he's been a bad boy. So nice job by CK to hold off a really aggressive attack by Pax and friends. More impressive, like I said, they were down 1 player there. So K-Money is on the top for the Pax and friends along with Thunderthroat, Larcer, and Cal. So CK really representing on both sides. That was much better, I think, that they were able to distribute the players. But, I think there were so many of the Pax attackers. Schlicky Bobby, Rasta, was it Rasta Goat? What am I calling him? Rasta, whatever the Rastafarian guy. They were committed to playing the objective. So well done by Pax. They made it to the second to last objective. I believe CK has beat, Pax? We should call him Pac, like P-A... CK, Pax, but Pax, something like that. I don't know. So we are going to see now what happens when the teams are reversed.
Pax by CK.
Pax by CK. It's like a cologne. All right, round 2. I am going to go back into spectator mode now. It looks like we should have. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have a 15v15. I don't know if maybe some of the CK guys are going to sort themselves out to make this a 16v16. But now we are going to have Pax on defense, just as we've seen probably in every other Fallmeyer match. The battle instantly goes back to the 3rd prisoner cart. Interestingly enough, you can see some of the Pax defenders opting to go engineer and create a nice little barrier now, sort of separating the battlefield, although it does look like CK able to sort of win the numbers game and kind of get through that initial barrier. Good job by the attacking team to make short work of that third prisoner cart, and we are on to the gates. He'll wet my whistle here. So Sergeant Smuckatelli with the halberd on patrol in the area between the two bridges, waiting to basically see. Nice charge. Doesn't maybe do as much damage. He may have overextended, though. He may have to retreat back. He is rotated on, though, by the CK attack. You have to be careful. I think it's good to kind of initially control that middle, but you're not going to have the numbers advantage. CK all in on the right side. Nice barriers, looking to slow down this initial blue crush by CK, but you can see they drop the petards, they start swinging their swords, and have managed to make short work of friend and foe. You can see the pile of bodies right in front of the gate. So the sacrifice of the attackers, duly noted. Basically, CK using that initial push. Nice job with the spike trap. You can see kind of preventing the ability for Pax to rotate and very easily make quick work. And now we're going to see if this blitzkrieg attack by CK can continue unanswered, as Balrog and Malthasar looking like they're going to maybe test that right side. Balrog thinks, he thought better of it, did not realize how many Mason defenders were there. Gets struck down, so I didn't even see them either. So it's very hard, I think, to actually make it there before the defenders, but this has caused the initial sort of battle here to be on the left side. We're going to see, can CK take advantage of the fact that there's very few defenders on this left side. You can see, who's that? I don't know who that is, but with the glaive, trying to free the prisoner here. 17 doing a good job clearing up the right side. VIP prisoner for this round is Evie Vinder. What in the world? So Evie Vinder and Urlauf are our two VIP prisoners today. We have not seen
Evie Vinder MVP.
Evie Vinder. I don't even know if I'm saying that. Like, is that a name? That's like a bunch of like, that's like in Scrabble, like someone trying to score like a big word, but Evie, whatever. Evie V. So we're gonna see here. It does look like. I hope you didn't mind that we missed all of these obvious prisoners. The real fight gonna be with the VIP prisoner here. Mel deciding he's going to stand and protect that nice fort he's built. We're gonna see though, can Pax sort of control all the different avenues that the attackers can take. So CK seems to be content trying to create a front here right in the area, perhaps trying to pull some of the defenders out of position. So far, though, it doesn't seem to be working. You know, Pax doing a good job kind of winning the war of attrition here. I'm keeping an eye on that back corner just to see. Yep, it looks like we may have someone who's sneaking around. We're going to do the sneak cam. Who is this? Soap. Not sure what Soap. Oh, Soap, instead of sneaking around, decides to kill an archer. I mean, I can't complain with his priorities. Soap now, you know what? I don't even want to expose him. Very interesting what Soap is doing. Maybe perhaps trying to be a distraction. Meanwhile, Balrog doing his best to free Evie Vinder. Now, it does look like Soap now has managed to make his way to the... Evie Vinder takes a shot in the back of the cage. He's okay. He's okay. VIP. He's still good. He's still good. So nice try by Soap and Balrog to sort of sneak through. Nice sort of interesting Mason
Heavy Vendor is my
architecture.
DoorDash driver.
This reminds
Please
me
let
of
me know.
Aberfell in strange ways. You know, I don't know why, but it's just something about this sort of fence. I feel like you should have a big pig right here. You know, that would just sort of complete the decor. Nice push here by CK. Sorry, Omek tries to push through, maybe getting a cheeky sneak. Who is that? Was that Mel? Mel says, no, you are not going to punch Evander free. Although while he's putting that barrier down, CK managing to sneak a couple of people through. Who was that? Who is that? Stompin'? With the guy on my friends list. Yeah, Stompin' and I don't know who the other guy was, sorry. But good job. CK basically taking advantage of that break while Mel was putting that other barrier. I don't think he realized how many CK attackers were in the area. That was a nice fort, but CK managing to free Evie Vinder. I didn't even see his fates. Hopefully he made it out, but he probably didn't, let's be honest. So now CK on the run. I don't know. It doesn't look like there's many PAX defenders left. But here, this is what I think happens when you don't suicide. Look how much farther up the defenders are. I don't know. In my mind, you may as well just fight and slow the attack down a little bit. I feel like the respawn, in my opinion, this is my suspicion, is faster than when you F10. So it's just something I feel like. I have no scientific data to back that up other than experience and what seems like maybe Exhibit A from the last round and Exhibit B from this round. You can see the defenders able to establish control a little bit more easy farther up the bridge. Although this choke point, I think, ultimately is where you see a lot of the attacking teams launch their attack. Very nice set of barriers. It's got to be 2 engineers worth, yes, of barriers. So we're going to see, though, can PAX defend that wall, or is it merely going to be a brief annoyance to the attacking team? So they don't get enough people in front. However, the barrier did buy the defense enough time to get numbers back on the point. So well done. Barriers really kind of do that job as well of sort of securing space for a certain amount of time that it takes for the attackers to break down. And in fact, it doesn't even look like, rather than breaking them down, you can see now opting to kind of neutralize the barriers with ramps of their own. So very nice job by the CK attackers to kind of adapt to the defense and that barrier. You can see while there's a little bit of time, DC is going to clear out the barriers, build up some of his special. So while the remainder of his team decides to engage with the reinforcements, this doesn't seem like a very hard push by PAX, although maybe now that they realize they might have a chance to take it, for whatever reason, I feel like they're already giving up the bridge maybe, and they are choosing to, well, you know what? This is about as close as you can get. So perhaps they just had perfectly timed execution and said, you know what? We know we have time to thin out the defense. My apologies to the defense. Well done. They are now slowly building up the bar back towards their direction. So this is we're gonna see how long can PAX kind of hold. They now push the line back to the choke point. They got to make sure they don't get caught out of position, though. You don't want to be in too deep here. Nice job, though. Some of the PAX defenders sort of stepping up to buy some space for his comrades to retreat, although now PAX taking some heavier losses here on the left side of their defense. Nice job by, looks like, Smiled and a couple people to rush to that left side to keep it from collapsing here. But you can see now Krita able to get behind the initial line, takes out that archer, able to get a flank. So nice job by CK Krita to take advantage of that space and kind of really make that flank count. Now it looks like CK does have enough to control the bridge. We're going to see what kind of numbers Pax can get with this counter push. It does look like some of them, though, did not make it into the zone. So I don't know if it would have mattered. But nice push by CK there to establish control of the second objective on the bridge. And we are on to the gates. We're going to see now, can Pax kind of replicate the same success that CK did? Both offenses have looked pretty much in control until the next phase here, although CK looking perhaps a little bit faster in their execution if you look at how quickly they've taken some of these points here. So the main push on the right side here that Archer thinks better than to drop down, although you can see who is, I don't know, who Friggy or Smiled, I don't know, Friggy, trying to get some damage in on these attackers. But as the Pax defenders roll out, you can see they are not able to completely stop all of CK's attackers. So that right gate is about to fall. And we'll see how many of the defenders were able to get in position from the right side attacking perspective as they bust through the gates. We're going to see now, can CK free Thorn? Initial push here by Omek. Decides to do a little bit of damage to this wall. Some of these traps. Final trap there goes down. CK, it looked like we're going to push that right side here, but we can see after that initial push by Omek, it looks like the defense managing to slow up the attack. Although it does look like we have a crank. It looks like we might have some chicanery from CK. Oh, did they? What is this? Is this some new thing? Wow. Oh, 17. 17 trying a little bit of spear jumping magic. I don't know. I know he can jump pretty far, but that seems a little ambitious. You might want to reposition that spear trap, but that spike trap. But Pax now doing a good job choosing to let the barriers provide them a little bit of space. This is what you have to watch out here for, though. Can CK sneak someone in on the right side? So we have Patrick and not Shroud now. It looks like Pax does realize that they are being threatened here on that right side. So that's the danger with barriers. I think sometimes they get in the way of the defenders. You can see here now, this is probably their last chance as good job though. The reinforcement is able to stop that crank. So nice job by Pax. They were in a tough spot there, but those reinforcements did a really good job. I think that right side from the attacker perspective reinforcement was very helpful. Here comes the left side reinforcement. 17 able to finally jump from the gallows. Wow, he does. I don't know, he jumped so high he was like sort of stuck on that crank. So nice job, 17. Defense looks a little confused. Where did this guy come from? But I think when they watch the videotape, they will see. All right, so with 4:37 though, still some considerable amounts of progress made to the bar to free the champion. 17 once again comes flying off the top rope, able to start the crank on the right side. Unfortunate respawn for him as he is essentially sandwiched between the defenders that rotated over to him and the respawn. So nice job by Pax to sort of keep their defenders in the right position. I don't know if anyone sees Detective Rectum. Detective Rectum looking for a clue. Able to get up. Somehow survives. Taken out by his teammate. We've all been there. So Pax doing a good job preventing CK. And just as I say that, you can see a massive wave of attackers hitting that center and left side. Does look like Stomper managed to get that crank. Nice punch, though, by, I don't know who that was, but that was a nice job. However, he was unable to get up here. That next reinforcement wave tries to stop the crank, but nice job by CK. You can see that push was well timed and they were able to establish space. That's what I was talking about last round. That's really what you have to do with these small numbers. We're going to see who will be playing Thorn today. It does look like it is Revenge. Now, what is a better name for Thorn than Revenge? So, oh, shoot, we're going to try and get back to his perspective. I had it for a second. Thank you for these awesome spectator camera controls, Torben. Appreciate it. All right, here we go. Revenge looking like... for a second, I thought he was going to fight with... Does he have an invisible hand? He is bringing the pimp hand. It is not even on camera. So it's...
You bury the bodies, Thorn?
It's basically... he's basically... Yeah, I don't think we can even see what he's holding. I'm pretty sure it's a bloody stump of a hand. So Thorn pretty much making his way uncontested to the large rock. At this point, the essentially area of the map that's inbound now rotates or shifts now. You can no longer, as the attacking team, go back up that ramp unless you want to be out of bounds. Thorn able to smack a hoe with that hand. Does take a fire pot for his trouble. I wish we could see that hand, but right now he's just using the force. I mean, look at that. He's just waving his hand and enemies fall. So that is true revenge. Oh, nice fire pot, although he's pretty much invulnerable and he's got his magic invisible hand. I mean, I don't know what the answer is to that. So Revenge now doing a good job. CK basically, they look like a American football team that has run rampant. The lineman basically removing all of the would-be tacklers as they're able to get it through. Oh, we had a nice tackle, though, by a couple of defenders, able to get a sprint tackle, although this pimp hand is strong with CK Revenge as they are able to make it to the boat. That is 2-0 CK. I think I'm going to guess that is that it? That may be it. I don't know if they're going to do another one. But well done. I think both teams, when it comes to those 15v15, or what did we end up having here? We had, 16. I don't even know how many people were on what. But I think it becomes a lot more difficult to essentially stop Thorn, at that point. So, especially with some of the respawns. But nice job by both teams. I don't know what's happening. We're going to see here what is actually happening. Are they playing this map? So they may be doing a bonus map. Looks like they're deciding who is going to be on attack. Pax. Okay, so we're doing a unusual Theic. We haven't done a lot of Theic. We did see some Theic in League Wars, so maybe some of these non-standard maps are going to be part of the rotation. So we're going to see now. I think the last time we saw this, though, there was a rule around using catapults. Meaning they didn't want catapult play. All right, so round 3 it is. Bonus action here. I'm going to jump back into spectate. Okay, so I think... Wait, are they going to keep going? It's unclear to me what's happening. I don't know. I thought they were saying people rage quit, but it seems like the same amount of people to me. So it does look like CK may be on defense, and well, no, I guess it's a lot of CK. Okay, so Pax All right, well, Team 1 against Team 2. I don't know. Agatha. All right, okay. I think it's pretty much the same people. All right, never mind. All right, so CK. Actually, I got a Pax on attack, rather. It does look like we're allowing catapult, so it will be interesting to see what kind of damage that thing can do. It does look, though, that already the attackers have managed to destroy the right side watchtower. Looks like they're about to destroy the left side. So I think typically what we've seen, not only in competitive play, but what you see a lot in public server play, is you see the defense essentially try to consolidate down to the center point. And we're going to see how hard the defense tries to control some of these staircases. A lot of times you see some engineering play, although I don't know that CK has been running very many engineers so far this evening. So we know Pax, we've seen a lot with Pax, but CK opting to go just pure damage. And you can see it looks like they're doing that again. So they're going to choose to try to win the war of attrition rather than the war of controlling space. And so far, we're going to see if they can maintain the same success they've had in the middle here so far. So after conceding the right and left, you can see the majority of the defense now has fallen back. You can see sort of the initial front line sort of engaging in this area, trying to prevent some of these barrels from even making it into scoring position here. So nice job. We have a couple of CK defenders now here rotating to this attacker. Nice job by Pax Tax supporting his objective carrier. I don't know what. Okay, here we go. Larser now is back with the objective, trying to circle around sort of those right side. It does look like Pax manages to create enough space for the first barrel to be delivered. There we are, the second barrel by Cryptid Anomaly. So nice job by Larser and Cryptid Anomaly to get those two barrels in that critical last watchtower. Although really that was a nice push from that right side that created the space for those barrels to sort of come in. So I think it looked like there was a push perhaps from the right and the left that able to kind of clear out the defense. So on to the second stage here. We're going to see what the strategy is for the catapults. So far the defense looks like they're using the left and the right. Here we have Omek with this few numbers, though. I don't know that you can really spend two people, one to load. So yeah, it looks like perhaps their initial strategy is to keep that center catapult down and keep these left and right catapults maybe as long as possible. Although the fight by Pax, who's that? So fighting with a large ham hock and an ale. I mean, it is the weekend, so it's just like, this is the equivalent of like wings and beer. So nice job by Soap to drop the ham hock on some of these attackers. We might need to get that mug checked for performance enhancers, but so far, the refs say it's a clean fight so far. So good job. Now, it does look like Pax, and is that Schlicky Bobby? Yeah, have controlled that center catapult. Bobby looking like he may be content to burn to death to get the catapult in the right position. So, real team player, that Bobby. You can see Revenge now picking up the responsibility and going to see if they can't get a rock in that catapult. So far, it does not look like they're able to. So nice job by, who was that? Stompin' to sort of take out that middle catapult. Tried to stay alive there, buying some time with that one arm, but now it does look like Revenge and who is that? Detective Rectum. I can't say his name without laughing. It's like they are now going to get, nice sort of boulder train here going. So you can see whoever needs to sort of get on the catapult will. Larser launching a shot. Additional damage done. It looks like, it looks like Pax may have control of all of the catapults. So now lots of damage being done to the wall. I think that right side probably did sort of the last sort of couple of shots here. So as that right side catapult goes down, you can see the center one's back up. And they're only going to need maybe two more shots, maybe? Or is it one? Might be one more. So you can see the fire temporarily preventing access. Cryptid anomaly now gets on the catapult. I think there is a bolter there, isn't there? It might be invisible. Oh, no, maybe I'm wrong. Okay. So there we go. Oh, no, he did it. All right, so two more. Just graphics made it look like it fell short, but it does hit the wall. CK doing a nice job damaging those catapults, but good job by Pax. And who was that? Revenge, I think, to get that final shot off. And we are on to the banner stage. So you can see with these sort of smaller numbers, this lightweight battle, you're going to see, I think, some of these objectives where the defense has to cover, in this case, 5 different points. It's going to be very difficult. So I think you're probably going to see CK choose one or maybe one side or one of the points to really focus a lot of their defense right now. You can see the main CK defense trying to slow the attackers, try to take some time off the clock, keep them from advancing to that right side. So good job by CK. MJ Holy Armor doing some nice work with the one-handed sword here. And one arm eventually struck down, but has, I think, slowed down the attack a little bit, although we're going to see here as we see how the defense has sort of deployed. It looks like Shark's able to sneak through. I don't think he did any damage, but now that back right banner has fallen as the main attacking force pushes through. You can see a well-timed catapult trying to take out the defenders. Yeah, doing some damage here. Taking out an attacker, but also thinning the ranks of the defender. Oh, that may have been one shot too many, though. I don't think the catapults do any damage to the banners themselves. So, unfortunate shot. Essentially wipes out the remaining attackers. Although, Friggy and I don't know who it is, CK Money, trying to keep the pressure on. Nice job by Cal with that poleaxe, using its sort of length. You see 17 trying to use that long sword to sort of slow him down, but you can Pax doing a nice job overwhelming that banner. So it looks like the last banner is the front left now. So normally, if they were going to commit to one, you'd see a lot of defense on the left side, on the back left, because the catapult can't reach it. But it looks like perhaps the defense may be content letting this thing go to the next phase, though. Although with 4 minutes, I mean, conceivably you could sort of protect this, but I think right now a lot of the defense sort of fighting in other areas. So really, if the attackers are able to thin out the defensive ranks, I think it's going to become increasingly difficult for the remaining defense. Yep, you can see there's already some damage being done. Yep, and Shivering Cow sneaks through, gets the overhead with that poleaxe, taking down the last banner. So we're going to move on to the drawbridge stage. Again, with this, when it's about 16 or 17, it's going to be a tall order for the defense to kind of control both sides. But we're going to see here what kind of defense do they try to separate. Nice sort of cheeky defense. Wow, nice jump by Schmuckatelli. You definitely have seen defenders try to kick some of the attackers as they cross. So nice job. Looks like maybe Balrog taking Mel with him. as they both fall into the abyss. Soap now continues to use that ham hock. For whatever reason, taking out his anger on the windows. Maybe he just was sick of cleaning them. You know what I mean? Cleaning windows, like who likes doing that? I don't think anybody. So continuing to swing his meat confidently, flourishing it around. Likes it raw. Decides not to cook up his. Oh wow! What is? Mel looked like he just didn't want to attack the guy with the ham. Tries to sneak through here. Pax now may have... Nope, I thought they might have controlled the left side. The deer is in play. I repeat, the deer is in play. So nice job by the defense to sort of... You know, I don't think the crank cured ham. I don't think they've been able to, like, turn the crank yet. Oh, wow. Nice dismemberment on Soap by Tumor of Pax. Although, still with one hand. I think Schlicky Bobby may have made it around. Yep. Does a nice job. Cranking the crank. Ham Hawk Soap tries to sneak around with his ham, with his meat in his hand. He's swinging his meat everywhere. Doesn't care who he hits with his meat. He could... Oh! Okay, nice job. The meat goes flying, but everyone felt it. Everyone felt that meat. So nice job by CK to continue to defend against this onslaught to the cranks. This left side has seen a lot of action. But Pax unable to really maintain control long enough. We're going to rotate over here as we follow Not Shroud, who pivots over to the right here. So with that Danax, nice job by the defense, keeping the fight again outside and out of the danger zone. The attackers not able to get to the cranks. You can see here now a big push. Both sides losing forces. 17 doing a good job with that longsword, keeping both attackers at bay. He does fall, but buys enough time for more of the Agathian defenders to fall into the space. And looks like Balrog. And who was that? I don't know who that was. Whoever that was, they did a good job sort of taking out whoever the attacker was and taking advantage of the 1v2. Schlicky Bobby, though, running in circles, trying to confuse the defense. Does look like it works temporarily as that crank is cranked. We have K Money trying to keep people away from the crank. Doing a good job creating space. Now we have some of the defenders. I don't know that they realize it's still been cranked. Wow, nice job by... Oh, he finally goes down. That was a nice job, though. Do they realize this thing is still cranked? Okay, now these are Mason people. All right, no wonder. All right, so it does look like the attackers have established and retained control of that right side crank. The drawbridge is raised, and we are on to the second to last phase here. As Argon is now awakened in his penthouse to the commotion outside. He made his speech, went back inside, said, "These guys got this. Lines of Agatha, bear your freaking claws." So Agatha has been bearing some claws, but Masons have been able to withstand the claw marks and continue to march to Argon's penthouse. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's pretty solid, you know, as far as penthouses go. That's a pretty badass, like, ornament or whatever. I mean, that's pretty cool. But here we go. It looks like Agatha pulling out all the stops, bringing the stuffed bears. I mean, these are highly debated weapons of mass destruction. Oh, my God, there's bears everywhere. So both sides taking off the kid gloves. They're going full bear. Bears are flying. Oh, there's even a deer. Someone said, you know what? I'm going to innovate. Who needs a bear? I can just throw those antlers. So nice job by CK using this eco-friendly defense. I think, we got to save the planet. Although it does look like maybe some of the attackers now have managed to pick up the weapons of mass destruction. Bears now are flying. You can see some of the defenders trying to defeat the musk of these animals, but it's too strong. Eventually, they do go down, but you can see the courtyard has now bear carcass, bear ass, deer balls everywhere. And, all this detritus is mixing together with his blood. And now Argon says, you know what? Now that you've thrown my stuffed bears at my men, I have no choice but to stop drinking my... I can't say Art Palmer. So here we go. Revenge is once again the VIP. We saw him as Thorn. Now we see him as Argon, as he stabs a Mason who had control of the bear. You can see some of the Gathians trying to reestablish bear control. We're going to see, are the bears able to support Argon as he takes the objective? Now, this is the epic question. Who wins in a fight, barrier or bear? Barrier or bear? Oh, the bear taking out the engineer. So, I mean, even if he's not... Now, oh my God, Argon has a bear. He said, these are my bears. I have paid for them to be stuffed. The bear's on fire. They have caught this bear on fire. All form of... I mean, this is now just a savage battle. All civilized discussions are now gone. The bears are in play. The deer is in play. Lars are doing his best. Trying to... No one can withstand the power of the deer. No one. Wow, the deer goes down. I think the deer might have disintegrated, but there's still... Oh, no, the deer! The head of the deer.
Bear counters deer.
The deer is now a head of a deer. And the... I'm sorry. Okay, come on. What's happening? Cancer of Pax trying to stop the bear attack. Smile says, you know what? I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. These bears are everywhere. No one told me I'd be fighting bears, bro. No one told me I'd be fighting bears. Shroud, not Shroud on TV now. We're gonna have to try and find Argon. Where is he at? All right, here we go. So Argon now opting. He said, you know what? The bears. Oh, okay. There's still bears are still in play. Argon now taking his bear back to. They're back to his penthouse. No. He's just gonna basically continue to use the bear. The bear might have fallen. Oops. Dang it. Let me switch on. The bear might have fallen into the abyss. I mean, I think that's what happens once bears are deployed. You know what I mean? Like, just bears everywhere. So nice job here by Pax. Jumping on Argon. You can see here, now that he's lost the power of the bears, Argon is now susceptible to some of these fire pots. So Argon gonna have to figure out what he's gonna do now that the bears are no longer in play. Looks like CK now trying to establish control of this bridge, trying to generate a little bit of space for Argon. That longsword still as deadly as ever. Nice sort of fight here by some of the Pax defenders trying to get behind Argon, but you can see he is taking his time, using the power of that longsword. It is now bear infused. So Pax, though, doing a good job preventing him from getting closer to the objective now. Revenge just opting for the joy of slaughter. He does rotate back, though. I don't know. Did he get burned? I'm going to try and get back to him. It's like he keeps moving. He's too quick. Here we go. So back on Argon. You can see the fight has not really progressed much past the drawbridge until now. Argon now loose. You can see Pax trying to get some barriers to control some space. It does momentarily work. He is too girthy to fit through those barriers. They decide to knock out that left side. He momentarily raises the flag, opts to instead take out some of these defenders. Now CK, you can see his bodyguard rotating around Mr. President. Argon, almost able to make it through. Nice shot by Pax, doing a little bit of damage. Plenty of health left, though. They're going to have to sustain a little bit more damage if they're able to. Oh, no, good job, though. Maybe buying them a little space. We're going to see nice fire by Pax. I was going to say, just that space created by making Argon rotate back to fight has given the reinforcements enough time to get through. Argon now swarmed by Pax. This is going to be a pivotal moment. Can he defeat these attackers fighting Masons on all sides? He's down to probably about 30 to 25% health. So we're going to see now Revenge basically falls back, tries to let his CK teammates establish control of this. What is it, the Bailey? The Bailey, nice job. He's really maximizing the damage offered by that longsword. Nice job, though, by Pax to continue to get shots as he tries to do the objective. CK furiously trying to rotate. Can they keep Pax, these Pax reinforcements? They do. Nice job by CK. You know, I think once the Bears were in play, I think at that point things really got serious. That was just an outstanding performance by both teams. Really fun match. I'm going to assume, I think last time we saw CK and Pax, they just did a single side of their third map. But, I have to say, never in all my commentating years have I seen so many Bears. I mean, the Bears were just so incredibly girthy. It was a new strategy. I think we've seen Bear strat today. So we're gonna see here. I don't know. Are we actually playing another one? Or maybe they're gonna. Maybe Pax is gonna take a turn. So it's unclear here. It's unclear. No, I think that's it. So I think that is gonna do it for Saturday Night Fights. It was a good lightweight battle today. I think both teams. This is about entertainment. I would like to see maybe another battle. Maybe Pax can rotate. Can recruit a little bit and get a few more members. I mean, they have some. I think they were saying a lot of people watching the UFC. So I'm gonna do the same. Thanks again. I'm gonna post the VOD. I'm gonna load this to YouTube. I appreciate immense giving me an opportunity to commentate this. I try to make them a little bit fun. But I think just the fact that both these teams are highly competitive, I think they gave us some memorable moments. So thank you to all my lurkers. Thank you to the viewers. Thank you to the chatters. And this has been Saturday Night Fights.